When you talk about a rookie season that actually lives up to the hype, you have to start with Cooper Flagg, because what he just did this year wasn't normal. It wasn't just good for a rookie. It was the kind of season that makes people immediately start thinking about superstardom. From day one, there was pressure. This wasn't a low profile prospect quietly entering the league. This was one of the most talked about young players in years. Someone who had been on scouts, radars, forever. Someone expected to be different. And instead of shrinking under the spotlight, he leaned into it. What made his season so special wasn't just the stats, even though those were impressive on their own. It was how complete his game looked right away. Usually, rookies come in with one or two standout skills and a bunch of weaknesses that take time to develop. With Flagg, it felt like he skipped that stage early. He impacted the game on both ends of the floor immediately, and that's rare. Offensively, he showed a level of polish that you don't typically see from someone in their first year. He wasn't just scoring, he was scoring efficiently, picking his spots, making the right reads, and not forcing bad shots. And then there's the defense, which is where he really separates himself. Most rookies struggle defensively because the NBA is faster, stronger, and way more complex than anything they've seen before. But Flagg came in looking like he already understood the system, rotations, timing, and positioning. He wasn't just reacting, he was anticipating. You could see it in the way he jumped passing lanes, contested shots without fouling, and protected the rim from the weak side. It got to a point where teams had to actively game plan around his presence on defense, and that's not something you say about rookies. Another thing that stood out was his motor. He played hard every possession. There were no nights where he looked overwhelmed, whether it was a big game against the top team or a random regular season matchup. The energy stayed the same. That consistency is what builds trust with coaches and teammates, and it's a big reason why he earned such a big role so quickly. He wasn't just talented, he was reliable. As the season went on, you could actually see him improving in real time. Early on, he was making the right plays but still adjusting to the speed of the league. By the middle of the season, he started to look more comfortable creating his own shots, handling pressure, and taking over stretches of games. And by the end of the season, he looked like one of the best players on the floor in multiple matchups, not just a promising rookie. One of the biggest signs that a player is special is how quickly they adapt, and Flagg adapted faster than almost anyone expected. He didn't just survive his rookie year, he controlled it. There were games where he took over in the fourth quarter, making big shots, getting stops, and showing a level of composure that usually takes years to develop. That kind of poise is what separates good players from future stars. You also have to look at how he affected winning. This wasn't empty production. His impact translated to real results on the court. When he was playing well, his team played better. He elevated players around him, whether it was through his passing, his defense, or just the attention he drew from opposing teams. That's another sign of a future star. Someone who doesn't just put up numbers, but actually changes the outcome of games. And the versatility is what really makes people excited about his future. He can guard multiple positions, handle the ball, score at different levels, and make plays for others. In today's NBA, where positionless basketball is becoming more and more important, having a player who can do all of that is incredibly valuable. He fits perfectly into the modern NBA, and it feels like his skill set is only going to get dangerous as he develops. There were also moments this season where you could see his flashes of what he could become at his peak. Not just a great player, but a dominant one. The kind of player who can control both ends of the floor, dedicate the pace of the game, and be the best player in a playoff series. Winning Rookie of the Year just confirms what everyone was already starting to believe. He wasn't just the best rookie, he was one of the most impactful young players in the entire league. And when you win that award in a convincing way, it usually means you're on a trajectory towards something bigger. Looking ahead, the scary part for the rest of the league is that this is probably the worst version of him we'll see. He's only going to get stronger, more experienced, and more confident. His shooting will likely improve, his decision making will get even sharper, and he'll learn how to manipulate defenses at a higher level. If he's already this good, what does he look like in 3 years, or even 5? That's why people are already calling him a future star. It's not just hype, it's based on what he's already shown. The combination of skill, size, IQ, and work ethic is exactly what you look for in a franchise player. And he's already proving that he can handle that pressure that comes with that label. And when you combine all of that, the production, the impact, the versatility, the mindset, it paints a very clear picture. This isn't just a player who had a great rookie season. This is someone who's laying the foundation for a dominant career. If he stays healthy and continues on this path, there's a real chance that we're looking at one of the faces of the league in the future. The kind of player who makes all-star teams consistently, competes for MVPs, and leads deep playoff runs. That might sound like a lot, but based on what he showed this season, it doesn't feel unrealistic. At the end of the day, Rookie of the Year is just the beginning. It's the first major milestone, not the final destination. And for Cooper Flagg, it feels like the start of something much bigger. Even as a rookie, Flagg carried himself like a leader. You could see him communicating on defense, encouraging teammates, and staying locked in even during tough stretches. That type of presence usually takes years to develop, but he already has it. When you talk about his Rookie of the Year season, you can expand like this. Cooper Flagg didn't just win Rookie of the Year. He set a new standard for what a modern two-way superstar looks like at the NBA level. Most rookies come in trying to survive, but Flagg came in trying to dominate. He wasn't just learning the league was adjusting to him. You could see it game by game. Teams started game planning specifically for him, way earlier than expected for a rookie. One of the craziest things about Cooper Flagg is that his basketball IQ doesn't look like a rookie at all. He reads defenses before they fully set. He rotates early on defense. He anticipates passing lanes, and he rarely gets caught out of position. It's like he's playing one step ahead of everyone else, even veterans. This is where Flagg really separates himself. He's not just a good defender for a rookie. He's already one of the most disruptive young defenders in the league. He can guard multiple positions, switch onto guards, protect the rim, and still recover fast enough to contest shots from the perimeter. Players don't just score on him. They have to think before they attack him. This wasn't just a great rookie season. It was the beginning of something bigger. And if Cooper Flagg continues on this path, we're not just talking about an all-star. We're talking about a player who can define an entire era of basketball. Let me know what other NBA teams or NBA players you guys want to see me talk about next. The Dallas Mavericks necessarily didn't do good this season, but Cooper Flagg just won the Rookie of the Year award. I felt like I had to talk about him. Cooper Flagg is on his way to superstardom, and some people may argue that he's already at a superstar level. And I wouldn't say nothing if you say that he's a superstar already. Box office, skill, talent, discipline, mindset, IQ, shooting, defending. He has it all. Some of you may think Con Canepa should have won. Some people may think Cooper Flagg should have won. But at the end of the day, Cooper Flagg is your new Rookie of the Year. And this is only the start of his entire career. In 10 years, we're going to look back at his Rookie of the Year season to see how dominant he came from then. Like I said before in the video, this is only just the start for a Hall of Fame player. Future Hall of Fame player. And I'll see you guys in the very next video.